silent roads. I am an old man now. My hair is gray and my face has many lines. But I remember my teenage years very well. I often think about those days. I have always dreamed of travel and new adventures. I planned a long trip to many countries using simple maps and guides. I saved money and read basic travel tips every day. I kept my ideas in a small, worn notebook. I studied short phrases in English and other languages. My heart was full of hope as I looked ahead to the great journey. I planned my route with care and clear steps. I chose a path that would take me to all the continents and most lands. I reviewed a list of countries with simple notes. I learned a few helpful words for each place. I packed my bag with basic clothes and a small guide. Every detail was clear and steady in my mind. I said goodbye to my family on a bright, calm morning. Their warm hugs and kind smiles filled me with deep courage. I felt both a little nervous and very happy as I left home. I promised to send short messages along the way. Their clear, loving words followed me everywhere. I stepped outside with a heart full of hope and excitement. I boarded a large airplane to begin my travel. The cabin was calm, and the staff spoke in clear voices. I looked out the window at blue skies and white clouds. I thought about the lands I would soon visit. I listened to simple announcements in basic English. The flight gave me time to dream of new adventures ahead. I arrived in Tokyo, Japan, with wonder and calm joy. The city was busy, yet had quiet spots to rest. I walked along neat streets and visited small parks. I saw signs in both Japanese and clear English. I used my basic words to ask for simple directions. The friendly locals helped me with warm smiles and care. I visited a quiet temple in Kyoto on a mild day. The temple was small and held clear, old history. I listened to soft music and simple chants inside. I admired tidy gardens and calm water features. My words were few, but my heart felt deep peace. I wrote a short note about the calm day in my diary. I traveled by train from Tokyo to other parts of Japan. The ride was smooth and filled with gentle views. I saw green fields and small villages along the way. I talked with a fellow traveler using basic English. We shared simple stories and quiet smiles. The train ride made me feel connected to a big, kind world. I flew next to China with a steady and calm heart. I entered a busy airport with voices and clear signs. I met many people who used simple phrases to help me. I caught a taxi to a city rich in history. Old streets and new buildings stood side by side. I felt curious and eager for fresh stories. In Beijing, I visited ancient walls and modern streets. The city mixed old customs with clear modern life. I used simple language to ask locals for details. A friendly guide spoke slowly and kindly to me. I listened to short, clear tales of ancient times. I felt small, yet proud to be a visitor there. I traveled to see the famous Great Wall of China. I walked on a sturdy path along centuries-old stones. The walls stretched over green hills beneath a bright sky. I appreciated the view with simple words and calm thoughts. I paused often to take clear photos and notes. The ancient structure filled me with respect and wonder. After China, I visited India with a warm, eager spirit. I arrived in New Delhi on a bright, sunny day. The busy streets buzzed with simple sounds and vivid colors. I used basic words to speak with local market sellers. I strolled past busy lanes and quiet alleys. The energy of the city filled me with lively hope. In India, I visited a calm temple with gentle prayers. The temple walls showed clear images and old art. I lit a small lamp with a simple wish in my heart. I listened to soft chants and clear, kind voices. The temple was small but bright with warm light. I left with a peaceful mind and simple hope. I tasted spicy food in a small Indian restaurant. The flavors were strong, yet the words were simple. I ordered a bowl of lentil soup with fresh bread. The meal was shared with friendly waiters and soft smiles. I learned a few new words about spices and taste. Each bite filled my journey with clear, happy energy. I left Asia and boarded a flight to Europe with eager steps. I felt a mix of calm excitement and quiet wonder. The airplane trip was smooth and my mind stayed open. I reviewed my list of European cities to visit. I planned to explore art, history, and small cafes. My heart was set for new languages and kind faces. I arrived in Paris, France, on a clear morning. The city shone with old charm on every street corner. I walked along narrow lanes filled with simple dreams. I saw small cafes, bright lights, and friendly faces. I practiced basic English with warm, kind bakers. My heart filled with joy at the new, calm view. I strolled along the banks of the Seine in Paris. The river flowed gently with soft, clear sounds. I sat on a wooden bench to write in my diary. The boats moved slowly on the calm water. I listened to nearby street music that felt easy and clear. Paris made me feel thoughtful and quietly happy. I traveled next to Rome, Italy, with eager, clear steps. The city was rich with old stones and simple ruins. I visited ancient roads and small piazzas in calm light. I marveled at historical arts using basic, clear words. I asked locals short questions about their past. Rome felt warm and deep with honest, simple memories. In Rome, I visited a famous ancient arena on a sunny day. I walked slowly on old stones that told clear stories. I sat under a bright sky to think deeply. The arena spoke in simple, strong voices of history. I took clear photos and wrote short notes in my book. The experience made me feel humble and truly inspired. I enjoyed a meal in a small Roman oratorio by lamplight. I ordered a plate of pasta with fresh light sauce. The taste was simple and filled with true, kind flavors. The waiter spoke slowly, and I tried basic thank you words. My meal energized me with clear satisfaction and joy. I savored every bite in a place full of history. I left Rome and traveled to Spain with bright, hopeful steps. I arrived in Barcelona on a warm, welcoming afternoon. The city thrummed with simple music, art, and vibrant streets. I walked along wide avenues filled with laughter and clear ideas. I used my basic words to order a small coffee. Every moment felt friendly and full of renewed dreams. In Spain, I visited a busy market early one bright morning. I saw colorful stalls with fresh fruits and simple goods. I spoke with local sellers using very basic language. The market buzzed with clear energy and soft sounds. I bought a small souvenir and a gentle smile. The lively place left my day rich and happy. I then traveled to Africa with a brave, open heart. I flew to Cairo, Egypt, with hope and clear vision. The city displayed ancient pyramids and busy streets side by side. I walked among old stones and clear monuments of past times. I used simple English to ask about old history. Every corner of Egypt taught me a calm life lesson. In Cairo, I visited the Great Pyramids and open desert late one day. The pyramids stood tall with strong, simple lines and clear marks. I walked near the ancient stones on sandy, well-worn paths. The heat was strong, yet the locals spoke in slow, basic words. I listened to short stories of the old times. The desert and monuments filled me with calm respect. I traveled to Kenya, next to see wide, wild plains. I joined a safe safari in a sturdy, open jeep. I watched lions, elephants, and gentle zebras in the sun. The animals moved slowly on vast, clear lands. I listened to a guide who explained things in simple language. The experience filled my heart with pure wonder and calm. On the open plain in Kenya, I met a warm local family one day. They invited me to share a simple meal under a bright sky. I ate basic food and used kind, clear words to thank them. Their small home was filled with care and honest smiles. I learned a few phrases in their native tongue. The time with them made me feel gentle and truly happy. I left Africa and journeyed next to North America with new hope. I flew to New York with a calm and eager spirit. The tall buildings and busy streets amazed me with clear energy. I walked along broad avenues and quiet parks in the city. I used simple language to ask for local advice. The vibrant life of the city filled my heart with hope. In New York, I took a bus to explore large, busy neighborhoods. The streets flowed with clear rhythm and gentle noise. I met friendly people who spoke in very basic tones. I listened to their brief and honest stories of daily life. I enjoyed the mix of calm parks and fast-moving trains. The urban scene felt real and full of simple dreams. I visited a peaceful park in New York one sunny day. The trees stood tall with lush green leaves and soft light. I sat on a wooden bench to read clear art signs. Birds flew gently above in calm, smooth arcs. I used my small notebook to write basic thoughts. The park gave me a calm break from the fast city noise. I left New York and flew to South America with bright dreams. I arrived in Brazil on a warm and sunlit afternoon. The lively city of Rio pulsed with simple music and dance. I strolled along long, colorful streets filled with clear art. I met local artists who spoke in easy, kind words. The vibrant energy of Brazil filled my heart with joyful hope. In Rio de Janeiro, I enjoyed the beach with soft sea sounds. The waves touched the shore in a gentle, clear rhythm. I spoke with local children using happy, simple words. I collected small seashells and made calm memories. The light landscape and playful music filled me with peace. Every moment on the beach was bright and clear. I traveled to another South American country with calm care. I arrived in a small town in Peru on a mild day. The town showed old stones and fresh, clear mountain air. I walked along narrow paths and over simple bridges. I met kind locals who used very basic language. The high hills and soft days filled me with deep awe. I took a bus in to visit ancient ruins nearby. The ruins were old and shared a simple, strong story. I walked on worn stone paths and small terraces quietly. I listened to a guide who used clear words and calm tone. The history of the land shone with honest light. I felt respect for the past with every basic step. I left South America and traveled to Australia with bright hope. I landed in a coastal city with sunny skies and clear air. I saw long sandy beaches and soft blue ocean waves. I walked on warm sand and listened to gentle sea talk. I used basic words to ask for local paths and tips. The Australian coast filled me with a calm, clear joy. In Australia, I explored a small town near the sparkling sea. The town had little shops and very clear, neat streets. I walked slowly on a coastal path with soft sound. I met friendly locals who shared basic ideas and kind words. I tried local meat and fresh vegetables at a small market. The clean air and blue water gave me calm energy. I then traveled to New Zealand with an open, calm heart. The land was green and full of natural, clear beauty. I saw rolling hills, gentle streams, and soft blue lakes. I walked on simple trails under a bright, clear sky. I spoke with kind people in short, clear phrases. The natural beauty filled my mind with pure, quiet joy. My journey grew longer as I moved to cold, distant lands. I traveled to Antarctica by a special clear flight. The cold air was sharp and the ice shone like clear glass. I walked on frozen paths with care and simple steps. I listened to the quiet wind that spoke in soft words. The icy world made me feel small yet brave and true. In Antarctica, I joined a small expedition group for safety. We explored vast icy fields and clear snowy paths. I wore warm clothes and kept my language simple and clear. The ice sparkled under a bright, honest sun above. I took many photos and wrote short, clear notes. Every step in the cold was a new, pure challenge. I watched large icebergs float on the cold, clear sea. The view was vast, bright, and full of natural beauty. I felt the deep silence of the frozen land around me. I sat at a safe spot and listened to the soft wind. My mind filled with clear thoughts and a calm respect. The icy scene added a rich, honest memory to my journey. After many travels, I began my long return back home. I carried small souvenirs and many clear memories. I thought about each simple step in every faraway land. I felt grateful for kind words and clear lessons learned. Every place left a steady mark on my gentle heart. I knew my journey had changed my view of life. On my flight home, I recalled all the simple moments I had seen. I remembered kind smiles, brief talks, and clear words from each land. I looked at my small notebook full of basic phrases and ideas. The quiet flight gave me time for gentle reflection. My mind replayed clear scenes of warm roads and kind people. I felt deeply connected to the wide, kind world. I landed at my home airport with a calm, steady heart. The familiar sights brought comfort and a clear sense of peace. I hugged my family and spoke in simple, honest English. They listened to my short stories about faraway, kind places. I shared memories from each journey in a clear voice. Home felt renewed with warm, simple love and hope. I spent many days sorting souvenirs and notes from my long trip. I placed small items on a simple wooden shelf in my room. Each treasure brought back clear memories of kind people and calm lands. I read my old notebook and smiled at every basic word. The room filled with warm, gentle stories of distant roads. My journey lived on through these clear, treasured mementos. I met old friends and shared my travel tales in a calm way. I spoke in simple, basic sentences about every kind place I saw. I recalled busy markets, quiet parks, and clear, friendly smiles. Every story was honest and filled with simple lessons. My words were clear and my heart felt light with pride. I felt grateful for the rich, kind journey I had made. My adventure taught me many clear and honest lessons in life. I learned that travel brings kind words and simple respect everywhere. Each new place gave me a humble view and clear insight. I used basic English to build true connections with all I met. The cultures were diverse, yet full of warmth and clear kindness. My journey showed me the value of living simply and truly. I kept in touch with many kind souls from my travels. We exchanged short emails and simple greetings across long miles. Their messages came with clear stories of their own faraway lands. I replied with honest details of my calm adventures and basic joys. Our letters were brief but filled with warm, steady care. The connections grew strong and clear over many days. Every day after my return, I recalled my long and rich journey. I remembered simple roads, kind faces, and clear moments of joy. I looked at photos and small mementos with a gentle smile. The memories of far-off lands stayed alive in my calm mind. I wrote in simple English about those clear, happy days. My life felt fulfilled by these genuine travel encounters. I launched a modest blog to document my travel tales in straightforward language. I penned brief entries about each trip and the humble lessons I discovered. My writing was plain, and the stories stayed sincere and direct. Readers appreciated my uncomplicated style and warm perspective on faraway places. I received kind messages that admired my sincere, authentic voice. My blog grew slowly with shared, clear dreams and joys. My long journey through many lands left a deep, clear mark on my soul. I traveled to all continents and met kind people in simple ways. Every road gave me new lessons and calm, honest memories. I used basic English to tell my travel story with clear words. I now live with a humble heart and steady hope for future trips. My adventure lives on in my simple, honest life. How did you like this story? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to share with your friends. Thank you.